Deshaun Watson trade destinations coming up here on today's show. Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports. I'm going to get into the latest going on around Watson, the news, the rumors, and then we're going to be breaking down the top 5 teams that can go out and trade for the Houston Texans quarterback. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I feel like not too many people know, but Watson's deposition is on February 22nd, so that's on a Tuesday. He still faces 22 allegations from women, and Deshaun has made it pretty clear that he doesn't want to play in Houston. So obviously, he's got to face all these allegations, and then if he ends up clearing them, well, then he's going to try to get out of Houston. In terms of what these whole things going to happen over the next week, depositions are essentially when the witnesses provide a sworn out-of-court testimony. Settlements with all 22 women must be reached. If those 22 settlements are not reached, it sounds like the trial is going to be in May, which means we can continue the whole Deshaun Watson saga. If, let's say, all the settlements with all 22 women are reached, then Deshaun's going to be like, all right, I want the hell out of Houston, which is why I made the show. So will Deshaun Watson ever play in the NFL again? I want you to go ahead and spam P for play, or if you think this guy is done, he is never going to set foot on another NFL field. Maybe I'll just wrap this show up and get the hell out of here. Type D for done. So will Watson ever play again? P for play, or you can go ahead and type D for done. So now what I'm going to be getting into, guys, are the top 5 teams, and I'm going to go from 5 and work my way all the way down to 1. To be able to provide more context, though, in terms of how much is it going to cost to go out and get Deshaun Watson, here's how the contract breaks down. If any team that you see on today's show, or any team in general, would want to go out and trade for Watson, this is the cap hit in 2022 at $35 million. His cap hit in 2023 would be $37 million. 2024, 2025, it's at 32. So essentially, you're going out and getting him for 4 years, $136 million. It's an average of $34 million per year. Now, it's not only you got to pay him, you got to go out and trade for him as well. And this is what Spotrac had to say on what it would cost to go out and get Deshaun Watson. Watson's trade value could be more than 2 times what Stafford's was. If this is true, and not taking into account the potential legal issues that Watson faces, then the Texans could expect to receive a package including 3 to 4 first-round picks, especially if they are in future years, as well as multiple day 2 selections. So here's your opportunity to be the GM. Is Deshaun Watson worth 3 first-round draft picks? If you're like, yes, he is worth 3 first-round draft picks, I want you to go ahead and type 3. If you're like, dude, there's no chance I'm giving up at least 3 first-rounders for a guy who's got all these allegations, for a dude who's hasn't played in a year, and a guy that you don't really know how healthy he's going to be because he's had some injuries in the past. So type 3 for yes, type 0 for no. If all the allegations are cleared, I would go ahead and type my 3 for yes because I think he's actually a top 6 quarterback. And he's also pretty young. If you guys want to try to stay warm because it's getting cold out there, I understand it. You can go to chatsports.com/NFL hoodie. We got NFL hoodies up to 60% off. Maybe your girl didn't get you anything for Valentine's Day. For that, I reply, I'm sorry. You can send her this link, but hey, babe, can you get me a hoodie at least? Chatsports.com/NFL hoodie is the link. It's going to be available for you all in the comments. It's also going to be available down in the description. There's only a handful of hoodies, though, that are 60% off. So if you're about getting that deal and you're about trying to get yourself some new gear, chatsports.com/NFL hoodie. I don't want you to miss this opportunity. So now's the chance, guys. We're going to go from 5 and work our way all the way down to 1. Coming in at number 5 for my Deshaun Watson trade destinations, it's the Washington Commanders. And there's no doubt the Commanders need a franchise quarterback. Heineke's a good story, but this team I actually think is kind of ready to win now. You have a good running back, good receivers, a solid defense. They have the draft capital to be able to make it work and the salary cap to make a trade. The Washington Commanders, they're going to come in here at number 5. We're going to stick in the division. Number 4, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles have shown interest in Watson in the past, whether it's been this offseason, whether it was last offseason. A lot of rumors. And Philadelphia is not afraid to get aggressive. Watson is a major upgrade over Jalen Hurts. Hurts is able to run the football, and that's special for that team. However, you saw in the playoffs, when Hurts gets down, he panics, and he's not athletic or not talented enough as a passer to bring them back. And the Eagles have 3 first-round picks in 2022. Let's go to number 3 here on my list for Deshaun Watson trade destinations. It's the Carolina Panthers. There was a report that came out a few days ago out of Charlotte that said expect the Carolina Panthers to go hard after Deshaun Watson again. Personally, I don't think you can say go hard and Deshaun Watson in the same sentence, but hey, what do I know? Sam Darnold, sorry, he's not the guy. And the Carolina Panthers organization, their ownership, has shown that they're willing to get aggressive. If you're willing to give up as much as they did for Sam Darnold, why would you not be willing to give up a lot of draft picks and some money to go out and get a dude like Deshaun Watson? Heck, they also got even aggressive for Stephon Gilmore. The Carolina Panthers, if they want to try to go out and win now, because the Saints, I don't know if they're going to be all that great. The Bucs, they just lost Tom Brady. The Atlanta Falcons, they're not ready to win now. You go out and make a splash for Watson, you're the favorite in that division. Now, these teams right here, they didn't quite crack my top 5, but I do think that they were at least worth mentioning. The Denver Broncos. The Broncos keep getting mentioned in essentially every single quarterback rumor. Absolutely deserve to be on here. Plus, they have a lot of draft capital. I threw in the New York Giants, even though their owner, Mara, said not going to happen. If Deshaun was like, I want to be a Giant, and you still decide to keep Daniel Jones, really question what you're doing. The Miami Dolphins, another team that said that they're going to stick with Tua, but they have the money, they have the draft capital to do it. The Pittsburgh Steelers, this would be a really good fit for Watson, be able to insert himself right away and win now. And then you got the Cleveland Browns, where they have Baker Mayfield. I know, I see what I just said. It's probably not great, especially in this segment. But the Cleveland Browns, another team, a lot of good offensive line play. They have a team ready to compete. They just need to add another quarterback there because Baker Mayfield, I'm sorry, he's not the guy. If you guys want to yell at me for my Deshaun Watson destinations or for my horrible innuendos, you can always do so on Instagram. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. Please don't be shy. Go ahead, give me a follow. I'm always willing to see what you guys have to say. Let's get in out of the top 2 teams here. The Minnesota Vikings, they're going to come in at number 2. There's been a report, and it was from Jeremy Fowler, that said that the Vikings are on Deshaun Watson's radar. There's a rumor circulating that I have not yet been able to confirm that Watson apparently wants to play with wide receiver Justin Jefferson for obvious reasons. Jefferson is a hell of a player. Now, Kirk Cousins, he's going to carry a cap hit of $45 million in 2022. He does, if you're able to trade him away, the new team only has to pick up 35. You got to eat $10 million in dead cap. But if you're telling me right now, I could either have Deshaun Watson or Kirk Cousins at that type of value, I'm going to take Watson every single day of the week. And if Aaron Rodgers leaves, you got a young quarterback in Justin Fields. You got a dumpster fire of an organization in the Detroit Lions. If Minnesota has Watson, they're the favorite in that division. Now coming in at number 1 for my Deshaun Watson trade destination, drum roll, please. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady, he just retired. And if you're telling me right now, what is there a team out there that's Super Bowl caliber that doesn't have a quarterback? The answer should be the Buccaneers. I mean, they're still in win now, and I get it. They got a few key players set to hit free agency, but the fact that there's been reports from Fowler that says Watson's interested in the Bucs, they have the resources to be able to go out and do it. Personally, if Tampa Bay picked up the phone and they called Deshaun and said, hey, man, do you want to come here? If he said no, I'd be pretty surprised about that. So where do you guys think Deshaun Watson is going to play in 2022? If you don't think he's going to play at all, then you don't have to answer the question. But my money, if he's playing in 2022, is going to be on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, here's my top 5 again. If you guys want to take a screenshot of this, if you want to post it on Instagram, you want to post it on Twitter, remember I am at Mitchell Renz 365. If you do that, I'll actually go ahead and share it as well because, believe it or not, I like when our content gets shared on social media. So the top 5 destinations for Deshaun Watson if he is traded: the Bucs, Vikings, Panthers, Eagles, Commanders. If you made it this far in the video, we're doing something right around here, so please go ahead and like the video.